Hey everyone, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon, and me, Banshee, and it's me, Banshee, for my Material Matter segment, your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Hope everybody has been doing well. We've weathered any material storms from the last week or so. And we're going to see what the cards have for us today. So I start with a card for the collective, and I'm using Chris Ann's Sacred Creators Oracle today. Haven't used that in a little while now. And this is just a card for collective thought. Cut the cords of doubt. Very interesting card. Now, it does have a self-care message for reversals, but I think we're focusing on the main message this time. And it's number 42. Here we go. Cut the cords of doubt. The essential message is rising against any odds, letting go of doubt, fulfilling your soul's path, tackling creator angst and launching anyway, shining like a freaking sun and delivering your genius and brilliance. I like that. So we're going to go with the essential message over the self-care message, but I will read the card's message for you. Doubt can taint the most beautiful of circumstance or change a trajectory by keeping it unnaturally constrained. It can be an incessant tether, and it may be getting in the way of something you have been thinking about doing. This card is a wonderful sign to take a risk on your brilliance. It assures a journey of success and freedom, and it whispers of pure potential when you embrace your true nature. Your desire, your essence, is like a phoenix rising from the constraints of its old form, or like an angel rising up to the heavens. When you let go of your anchors and are unbound by the gravity of fear, you will easily see which shackles, habits, or beliefs need to be released first. What is weighing you down, creator love? Is it time to let go and release sadness or anger, guilt or shame, and to exhale doubt and inhale love? Spread your wings and glide home, because the whole of the universe supports this radiant rising of your spectacular spirit. This card shows a phoenix rising from the constraints of its old form, an angel rising up to the heavens, or a fey creature who is not bound by the gravity of doubt. What do you see? And when you get its bird's eye view of your shackles and see what areas of your life weigh you down, which cord needs to be cut first? An interesting card. And doubt is such a difficult thing, it's one of those inner critics we have. You're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not wise enough. Maybe we shouldn't do this. That's the doubt part. Saying cut those cords to doubt and do it anyway. Similar to feel the fear and do it anyway. So that's what I have for the collective for this week. A good message for all of us. All right. So the readings I'm about to give with the tarot are for the elemental signs of the zodiac. They will be from November 28th through December 4th, this next week. The moon will be traveling from Virgo on the 28th to Sagittarius on December 4th. Hanukkah begins sundown on November 28th, and Neptune goes direct on December 1st. The new moon solar eclipse is coming, and it's going to be in Sagittarius on December 4th. Solar eclipse, so be aware. All right, so that's what we got going with holidays and astrologically. Let's see what we have for our friends, the air signs. And if I can shuffle, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, this reading is for you for the week ahead. Let's whip up some cash, I say. Some cool cash, because those cool breezes of winter are now blowing. All right. Okay, air signs, your focus for the week ahead is the Empress card. The Empress is upright, just the way we like to see her. It's a great start. I like to see the Empress as the focus card because it means that you're brainstorming, you're putting ideas together, you're coming up with ideas, students coming up with ideas for those projects or papers, little things you need to put in there to give it that creative touch. Business people, this is a great week for brainstorming and moving things along. Also, as far as investors go, this might be a time to think outside the box on where would be the most productive places to put your money and invest your resources right now. So how best can you prepare for that focus? Well, speaking of which, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. So it might be telling you, air signs, that this is a time to maybe loosen up the purse strings a little bit. I moved my pen, but anyway, loosen up the purse strings a little bit for these ideas of yours. Decide to decide to put some investment money out there, in something that looks like it could be a good bet. This is a time to just use your resources to benefit your business, etc. So what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? We have the Sun reversed here. So things are not that rosy with in the department of, why, thank you. I guess I'll use that one. That'll work. Thank you, producer. So the Sun is reversed, and I feel as though this is a time when you will expect people to be kind of pessimistic about your plans and goals. Here you are dreaming up these great ideas of things you want to do, but other people, they're not really sure it's a sure thing to success. You're going to have to do some buy-in this week. Or maybe you're going to have to hear them out and find out what it is they think is wrong, with these ideas you want to carry forward. Because, it could make or break whatever it is you're trying to do here. So ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you air signs? It's the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is upright. And here we are. We are looking at some disappointments. It could be that maybe the plans just didn't work out. It could be because you couldn't get others to work with you on this, that you couldn't go forward with the idea. And so you're thinking, you're thinking about what would have or could have been. And I think that let's recap this and take a look at this now in total. This makes a lot of sense to me. So here you are. It's a great week for brainstorming. Maybe people are coming up with some new ideas, directions, goals, some tweaks to those final papers that you're working on for students. But, maybe there's something more you need to do, students. With the Four of Pentacles here, it's saying to loosen up a little bit, take a look at things and see what more you need to do to get that going. Also, for everybody else, it may be about just loosening up the purse strings a little bit here and putting them in an investment, in a real estate investment, financial investment, in your business to set this plan in motion. Maybe it's going to cost a cash outlay, so you got to be ready to do that. And it looks like you are in the position to do so. But people are the stumbling block this week. Maybe investors don't think it's a good idea you make this move at this time. Maybe that, if you're working on partners on school project, they're not buying into your idea. There seems to be blocks here, and with it comes some disappointment. And that leads us to the Five of Cups here, that ultimately you're feeling that. You're feeling a sense of loss or an inability to follow through on some opportunities you felt would be good ones, and you feel like you've missed a real chance here. Well, I'm sorry to tell you all of that, air signs. It looks like it's going to be kind of a wonky week for you. Good luck with that. Hey, fire signs. Let's hope we're not burning through the cash this week. That might not be a good thing. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This reading is for you for the week ahead. All right. Hey, fire signs, your focus for the week ahead. Oh, boo-hoo. It's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is reversed. Wow. Maybe we all got some cranky stuff going on here, air signs are having issues. Fire signs, you're starting off the week in a very kind of aggressive tone. Either you're making up for lost time from the holiday week previous, or I don't know what here, but you may be pushing too hard, and others might be a little bit upset with that. So you got to be careful. You don't have to maybe push that hard. Let's see how best you prepare for that focus, though, to see if that has something to do with it here. Yeah. So see, the Chariot is here, and I feel like it's indicating you're on the move. You want to move. You want to just get moving. And the Queen of Wands is push, push, push. And you're ready on your skateboard there, as this character is, and you want to move forward. Maybe there's things that you need to think about before you do, though. Maybe you're pushing just a little bit too hard, too fast. So let's take a look at, others this week. Well, this is generally a positive card, the Fool. Others are willing to take some risks for you. So here's my situation. I think that you have to approach them with a less aggressive manner, because it seems like they're in on taking a risk or gamble or something. But the Queen of Wands here is what's worrying me right in the beginning. So we will take a look at how this all fits in as we look at this final outcome. Okay. So ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement for you, or no movement at all? The Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is reversed. So it looks like there's some bad financial news coming, some possible setbacks, some possible roadblocks to your plans. And it's a real mixed bag for you, fire signs. I have to admit, I'm kind of flummoxed here looking at the cards. So the Queen of Wands reversed is indicating maybe you've just got the wrong attitude. You're trying to push something forward. Maybe the way you're selling it to people also is kind of making it look like it's more, you're more in control of it than you actually are. And the Chariot here is like, you're doing all of this because you're really wanting to just push forward with some goal or project that you think is really essential right now. Others may see this as a bit risky. You have the Fool up right here, which is usually positive. I think they're willing to take this risk with you, but maybe they are throwing up some caution flags, or maybe they're put off a little bit by the way you're trying to push this agenda forward. Because ultimately, by week's end, it's bad news. Either somebody disagrees and backs out of this, if you were expecting a loan or money or some kind of payments. Maybe you lose some clients. Maybe something happens here. This risk may fall flat. because it looks like there's some bad news by week's end. I do think a lot may have to do with an overly aggressive approach to this. And hey, we know how we fire signs can be, right? So be careful, fire signs. I wish you luck with that, navigating this week. Well, after that, I think I better take a break here and take a drink of water, huh? Let's see how the other half of the Zodiac fares now. We're on our friends, the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's hope you have some cash flow this week. So, of course, I get a repeat card. I'm wondering what the rest are going to be here, but your focus for the week ahead is the risk, is the Fool, is taking a chance. Look at that, balancing on the edge there, ready to leap off. Take that leap of faith. The Fool is saying, maybe this is a good time to take a risk or do that thing that you were very uncertain about. You know, maybe the time is just right for you to just throw caution to the wind, so to speak, and take a necessary risk or gamble. And how best can you prepare for that focus? Well, that's an interesting card here. And I guess I'm going to feel that maybe you just have to make sure that your self-interests are you know, that this is in your best self-interest. When I look at the Hanged Man, when he's reversed, it's kind of got a selfish bend to it a little bit, like not willing to sacrifice much. And maybe that's what it's saying here too, is to be careful. How much are you willing to sacrifice for this risk? What if it's going to take some resources out of your pocket to do it? Or what if it's going to take a lot of time, overtime hours, etc., for you to pull this off? What if it means having to rewrite a paper at this late date in the semester? How much are you willing to invest in taking this risk? And the other thing is, maybe it's also saying that you have to make sure that this risk is in your best self-interest. Since I feel that when the Hanged Man is reversed, it's all about the self in a way, as opposed to others. And how do others people feel about that? Well, other people don't want to be left out of this now. You know, they want either their share of the rewards you plan on getting, or they want in on the process of deciding if this risk is worth undertaking or not. They want to be part of the planning process. They want to project where this is going to take them from here, and if truly they're going to get something out of this situation, what's in it for them? Whether it's your customers, whether it's your coworkers, whether it's your partners, whatever the case may be. And ultimately next week, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all? My, fire signs. What have we gotten ourselves into here? We have the devil. The devil is upright. The devil is in the details for sure. So I think you have to be very, very certain that what you are doing is on the up and up, that you're not manipulating anybody, you're not telling little white lies, you're not just trying to get, you know, everybody to buy into something that really is only going to be for your own personal gain or satisfaction or pleasure, and leave them out in the cold. Sounds very strange this week, I know. Let's go over this again and see what we have here. You want to take a risk. You want to do something. You want to take a chance on some move, fire sign, some action. And in order to do so, I think you have to really make sure that ultimately this is in your self-interest, and that, that because you're not willing, and also, are you willing to sacrifice what it takes for this? This card indicates that might be a problem for you right now. And maybe also people are feeling left out in some way. They feel like you haven't defined what they're getting out of this situation. They almost feel like, you're trying to buy them into something that they won't reap rewards out of. And ultimately, by week's end, that's almost what it looks like to me, is that, you're trying to manipulate or maneuver things so that you gain some self-satisfaction here, whether it's feeding your ego or whether it's feeding some other drive of yours. It's just not right. Make sure you are doing all of this for the right reasons, fire signs, or otherwise, I think it's likely to fail on you. Wow, 3 readings in a row, and I'm wondering what the heck is going on. We've had some downturns at the end of this last week because of the new COVID variant and some other things going on. And of course, we've got Black Friday and stuff. And I wonder if the numbers aren't going to be coming in too good on that, because I heard crowds weren't up as much as last year. So maybe there's going to be some bad economic data that might be fueling some of what's going on with our card readings here. Just wondering. All right, but that leads me to the earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This reading is for you for the week ahead. Let's hope you get some cold, hard cash. Because the ground is cold enough out here right now, the earth, that the snow is starting to stick. All right. Let's see. Your focus card for the week ahead. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. Well, somebody is feeling they're not getting recognized for their efforts. Somebody is also feeling that maybe more than that maybe they've bitten off more than they can chew. Maybe you're trying to do something that is above your skill level right now, and you're having, you're at a crisis point here, because now either you have to admit, your shortcomings, because you most definitely probably need to ask for help, assistance, or some mentoring here. It just seems to me that you need a little assistance, you need a little learning, you need more training at something that you're trying to do. Maybe you're just trying to, trying for something that is just not within your reach yet. So how best can you prepare for that focus? Well, I think this is interesting. I think that the Four of Cups might be indicating that you should be looking for maybe a new option, maybe a new solution, maybe a new opportunity, maybe to seek help. Maybe it's to do this another way that you're more familiar with. So it might be that it's time to find an alternative solution. Well, it's interesting to get the Judgment card here in this reading, Earth signs. Oftentimes it's a good thing. It is upright, but I have this feeling, seeing that in the Eight of Pentacles reversed there, that people are kind of watching you, and hopefully they realize maybe what's happening here is they're hoping that you realize that this is a wake-up call for you, trying to do things that you weren't prepared for, and that they are here, to assist you and help you through this. But you have to realize, and work through, the fact that maybe you need some help. Maybe, it's a hard thing to admit that, isn't it? It really is. And ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for the week ahead? Well, Seven of Swords reversed. I almost think self-preservation is the key this week for you guys. I feel as though, you have to be kind of clever with how you navigate things. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a bit of a tricky week for you. I see no gains this week. I see a possible loss, but this loss might be more in prestige or the way you appear to your peers or your advisors, the people around you. So let's take a look at this and break it down for you earth signs. Well, you know what? Either you're not much into what you're doing this week, or I feel more likely you've bit off more than you can chew. You're just doing something that is either out of your skill range because you're trying to look good and it's not working. And so now you have to admit it. Now you just have to admit it before it becomes a real problem. So seek out ways to do that. Seek out ways to do that. Maybe that's where that cleverness at the end comes in here. You have to come up with a way to just act like, you just need a little bit of advice and, you think this is the right way to do things. So maybe a little help would would be appreciated and others might come around. There are people watching you. Keep it in mind. I almost have a feeling this might involve more our students. This might involve more people in the workplace, employees. It could be bosses who have supervisors above them who are watching how they are managing things. And ultimately, you really have to be clever about this. You may just skate through. The way I look at this card is it's possible you might skate through, but it is not going to be an easy week for you. So I'd be very careful. Just make, if you have some idea here of trying to look good and do something that you are not prepared to do, think twice about that. Why not stick with tried and true methods that have worked for you in the past just to get by this week, because it looks kind of dicey. It looks like people will be watching you. So that's what I have for your signs. This is not an easy week for any of us this week. I don't know. Like I said, we have to look at what's going on. I think in the bigger picture economically this week, maybe there's some messages there. There's something there that's affecting us. So I want to remind everybody about our shows for the week ahead. We have Mr. O's Goth Tarot coming out Wednesday mornings at 8 a.m. Do stay tuned for that and look into your shadow aspects of your life. On Fridays, we, of course, will have Mr. O's Emotional Exchanges. Get the skinny of what's going on in the love and relationship department. It's on at 7 a.m. every Friday morning. And finally, last but not least, happy hour! True! Get a positive message from Spirit. Single card draw every Saturday, either at 10 a.m. or 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, it'll be at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So join us. And that's what I have for this week for everybody. Take care. Try to get through this week. I wish you the best, and I hope, hey, maybe the cards have had an off day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.